Thank you all for coming here tonight. Just have a real brief presentation on the city's new solid waste and recycling program. And please, if you have any questions, stop me. Feel free to ask as we go through this. But last year, the city did a survey. Actually, it was 2 years ago. The city did a survey on solid waste and recycling with the community. And the feedback we got from that survey was that the community wanted to see an increase in recycling throughout the city. They also wanted us to extend the yard waste season. No matter what we did, we were never getting it right. We were either 2 weeks too early or 2 weeks too late. And so that was some feedback from the community that they wanted to see that season extended. And then also that they wanted to see more public outreach focused on recycling to try to change behavior throughout the city. So there will be, we entered into a contract in July. It started in July with PDC, Peoria Disposal Company in the city of Peoria. And you will see an increase in recycling starting January 7th. It will be twice a month, or every other week, I guess, for recycling. And so instead of having the once a month collection, we will have it every other week. Everybody is entitled to up to 2 free carts for recycling. You used to have to pay a $50 deposit in order to get into the recycling program. Now, all you have to do is contact PDC and you can get up to 2 carts and then be enrolled in the recycling program. So as we're looking to increase recycling, we're also, we went out and we audited all the City of Peoria carts. Back in 2012, the city purchased carts for every residential household in the City of Peoria. Those are actually City of Peoria assets. But we wanted to get an inventory of where those were, and we took that opportunity to drop off information packets to each cart, to each household as we were out there identifying the increase in recycling and also allowing people to sign up. We've seen really good response from that so far. We've had over 2,000 signups that have been mailed back in or called in to PDC to sign up for recycling, and so we are seeing these educational opportunities increase the participation in the recycling program. The new carts, because of the overwhelming response, will be delivered in mid-December to the residents in the city of Peoria that have signed up. We'll have more information coming out and letting folks know when to expect to see those carts. So we did extend the yard waste season as part of the contract also. This year we've extended it to December 14th, but then beginning next year, it's going to last from March 18th until the week of December 20th. So we do have a much longer period to pick up leaves and other yard waste in the city. So we do encourage residents to use their own container for yard waste. As I said, that garbage cart is a City of Peoria asset. The yard waste deteriorates it faster. We don't prohibit people from using it. If they want to still use their cart for yard waste, they certainly can. But we would encourage people to go out and buy leaf bags and other things for their leaves or yard waste for collection. I mentioned earlier on the audit, we took that opportunity to drop off print materials to every house that we've done. We've done one round. We're in the process of hitting the houses a second time to catch anybody that we might have missed. So by the end of this week, we should have reached every place, every household that had a City of Peoria cart. We're going to go back through and process that data, and we might have a few people that we missed, and we'll go back out if they were snowbirds or something, and we will go back out and individually reach out to them. But we do have the lion's share of the city collected. So part of our public outreach is we set up a website that's called PeoriaPicksUp.com. There's material on each page identifying or educational material for yard waste, solid waste, and recycling for each one. And there's also a sign-up form for a recycling cart or a trash cart if folks need one. And then there's also a link to the new routes. So part of the contract was that the routes are going to change on January 7th. So your solid waste day might not be the same after January 7th as what it is now. So you can go to that website, click on our map, type in your address, and see when your route day is, and see how that change will affect you. Is there another way to find out when your route is? Yes. Yep. You can call in to PDC or the City of Peoria Public Works Department, and we will be able to answer when your garbage day is. We can look that up and identify it for people. So part of our public outreach was to increase the education and just what can you do under the new program, what's allowed, what's not. We used local people in our education campaign. So these are examples of educational materials that are out in the hallway that you could pick up and that were also delivered as part of the cart audit. So the routes will be, they are updated, as I said. It's an effort to increase efficiency. Peoria has a very good solid waste program. It's probably one of the premier solid waste programs in the country. For the fee that you pay, you get everything collected. It's unlimited bulky items. We have yard waste, and now we have twice a month recycling and solid waste. It is a very excellent program. This change does not happen until January 7th. We're going to get through the holidays. We'll be issuing more press releases and more information to let people know, but there will be, your garbage day can very likely change as of January 7th. So we want to make sure everybody knows that. And that's really all we have, is really brief. Just we have computers out there if anybody wants to sign up for recycling, or there'll be other folks from the city or from FOTH who's helped us through the solid waste procurement and with our educational campaign. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. So the question is the household hazardous waste exchange. So that's actually not part of the City of Peoria's solid waste contract. That's part of the city and county landfill agreement. That is scheduled to open once the new landfill opens. So we're still in the process of filling up landfill cell 2. So that won't be available. We don't see that happening this year. We still have quite a bit of room left in landfill 2 to fill up, and Waste Management manages that before PDC starts landfill 3.
So that would be 2020?
Best guess right now on airspace is 2022. And like I said, it just all depends on how much solid waste is going into the landfill. It's a good thing as far as not as much waste is going into the landfill, but it is slowing down that cell 3 from opening up.
So we can still use our current carts for yard waste, but you'd rather we did.
The city is encouraging people to not, because it's a city asset and the yard waste just makes it deteriorate faster. So our preference is that you would not use it for yard waste. We would encourage you to get the brown paper bags from Menards or Ace or Lowe's. But if you prefer putting it in the 95-gallon cart and it's clearly marked with yard waste, that's still perfectly acceptable.
And are the carts going to be required now for the regular solid waste? Because I've just been using one of the standard 30-gallon with brown ones with the lid.
Those are still acceptable. Yep. Eventually, we would like to get everybody to carts. It creates efficiencies in the system and reduces overall cost for every citizen in Peoria. But right now, our education campaign is to get people to put it in a bag before they put it into a container. And instead of just throwing loose garbage into the can, it is to make sure they bag it before they throw it away. So that prevents litter and other things in the, I mean, it just keeps it all contained when they're dumping it. So, okay. All right, well, thank you for coming out. And like I said, there's folks out in the hallway that can help you sign up or be able to answer any of your routing questions that you might have.